The International Monetary Fund has imposed 11 new conditions on Pakistan for its bailout program, taking the total number of conditions to 50. Tripti Tripathi reports.
Though Pakistan managed to walk away with the $1 billion tranche of economic bailout amount from the International Monetary Fund recently, amidst clear proof of harboring terrorists and nurturing terrorists, some even UN designated, on its soil, the road ahead may not be that smooth. Global financial agency IMF now has imposed 11 fresh sets of conditions on Pakistan for disbursal of further tranches of the $7 billion bailout package. Non-compliance of these norms would pose hurdles in future disbursals, which can further deepen Pakistan's economic and political challenges. Here's a look at the new conditions. Pakistan must pass a federal budget of Pakistani rupees 17.6 trillion, which is approximately $63 billion for the financial year 2025-26 through Parliament by June 2025, with 1.07 trillion Pakistani rupees allocated for development expenditure. Second set focuses on implementing a new agricultural income tax law in all 4 provinces by June 2025, ensuring taxpayer registration, return processing, and compliance through digital platforms. To maintain the real purchasing power of the people of the nation, IMF has directed Pakistan to give annual inflation adjustment of the unconditional cash transfer program. The Pakistan government is directed to publish a governance action plan based on the recommendations from the IMF's governance diagnostic assessment to identify reform measures. IMF has directed Pakistan to develop a long-term financial sector strategy for the post-2027 period, including regulatory and institutional reforms starting in 2028. In the energy sector, 4 new conditions have been introduced. The government will issue notifications of the annual electricity tariff rebasing by July 1st of this year to maintain energy tariffs at cost recovery levels. It will also issue a notification of the semi-annual gas tariff adjustment to maintain energy tariffs at cost recovery levels by February 15, 2026. Parliament will also adopt legislation to make the captive power levy ordinance permanent by the end of this month. This aims to shift industrial energy usage to the national grid. Parliament will also adopt legislation to remove the maximum 3.21 rupees per unit cap on the debt service surcharge. Policies must be implemented for climate change and disaster preparedness under the $1.4 billion Resilience and Sustainability Facility. Finally, in a consumer-friendly condition, the IMF has asked Pakistan to submit to the Parliament all required legislation for lifting all quantitative restrictions on the commercial importation of used motor vehicles for vehicles less than 5 years old by the end of July. The IMF and World Bank have highlighted that ineffective energy policies, along with poor governance, are contributing to the rise of circular debt, which eventually may render Pakistan incapable of paying back the loan. With agency inputs, Tripti Tripathi's report for DD India.